In overtime games this season, a few minutes ago, Frank Vogel spoke with Mike and the media.
Frank, just wondered what you were seeing to go to that lineup with LeBron, essentially playing center, and then go back to it and stick to it late. It clearly seemed to be working, but what was the thought behind that?
Yeah, we, it's something we talked about, potentially using. We wanted to see how effective our centers could be, obviously eating up minutes against Sabonis and Turner in their size. But we felt like there was something, that we could go to and look at it. I think we looked at it a little bit early in the game and, felt like we were probably going to close the game with it and went to it sooner than we anticipated. But the space of bringing Turner away from the basket and just being able to open things up. This is the new era of basketball. Five perimeter players using that space to attack and switching a lot of things defensively. But I was just proud of our guys for how we competed on the defensive end. There were several, and how we stayed in the game. There were several times we were down 10, and we kept fighting and. Obviously, the big fella, took us home. What LeBron did tonight was just a performance for the ages. I know these fans and how much they love their hoops here in Indianapolis, and he put on one hell of a show. And obviously, he gets the game ball.
As a follow-up on LeBron, just to focus on the overtime, and Frank, what is the challenge of playing the five and calling everything out like that defensively, and then still having to create those type of shots and hit those type of contested jump shots?
It takes a lot of energy, and I know he wanted to get this W. He really wanted to play in that Knicks game, the Madison Square Garden. He looks forward to that every year, and it's very disappointing for him to not be able to be in that game. So, bounce back tonight, and you said it right there. To be able to quarterback the defense and carry that load offensively is just a special performance. It's a performance for the ages, and just something else.
So was that gamesmanship when you told me that the super small lineup was unlikely tonight?
No, I'll tell you, we considered it, but, we wanted to see how it went. And, obviously most of the game, we're going to play with our centers.
And just LeBron and his three-point shooting, even in 3 seasons, what have you seen in terms of the growth of variety and spots he can hit those from?
It's remarkable. I mean, it's a remarkable sort of adjustment, to the late years of his career. Obviously, MJ and Kobe, they both developed that unguardable fadeaway jump shot, which, by the way, LeBron has that too. But, the adjustment to the modern era of NBA basketball, to be a volume, deep three-point shooter is, it's just one of those things that you're going to look at LeBron's overall career and marvel at how he was able to do that, because that wasn't part of his career.
I want to say this is your first time being on the court with LeBron in those kind of moments that you probably watched either for years or played against him or just watched as you were growing up. What were you thinking?
That's what he does. That's why he's the GOAT, man. He's going to take control of the game, let everybody know we no rush. He gonna bring us home, man, and that's what I seen. Like you said, I've been watching my whole life, man. He like our Jordan in my generation. So just seeing that, and I'm just blessed, man, to be able to be out there with him and just learn from him every day.
Is it important for you to also kind of not watch and make sure you're helping on the glass as you're season high on the glass? And is that something that's going through your mind as you're in a game like that's back and forth?
Yeah, for sure. Not be stagnant, man. I just can't stand and watch. Like you said, I got to rebound and find other ways to affect the game while LeBron is working. As well as Russ too, man. So that's what I tried to do today, and we got the win, man.
The league has been a tough road trip for you guys, and you end it with a win, and not just the win, but you do it in overtime. And LeBron seemed to be relishing the moment. He had the Sam Cassell dance. He had his old school Miami Heat celebration. Mm-hmm. Does that infuse some joy into this group as you go for your Thanksgiving break and end this road trip?
Yeah, that's all we remember, man, is this game going forward. Like you said, it's been an up and down road trip, but we won this game, and you're only as best as your last, man. And Bron doing that, like you said, it brings joy to us, and it just brings us even closer together.
Malik, it seems like you guys have been, battling back from big deficit, including tonight. What change for you guys about tonight, or was there something about the previous games that kind of brought you guys together, especially in that fourth quarter?
Oh yeah, man. I think the Detroit game. After that, we really came together. After that little incident that happened. But it's Bron, man. He, like I said, man, he the Jordan of our generation, man. And he's just gonna take control of everything, and we just feed off of him.
Malik, what does it mean to you to be in the game late like that when everything's on the line?
Yeah, for sure. Big time, man. This what I dream of, man. This what I've been dreaming of my whole life, being in games like this. Even playing with LeBron, man, I ain't know this could happen. But I'm just in awe every time and learning as much as I can from him. He a great teacher too as well. So, yeah, man, just a blessing.
Malik, obviously you guys were the road team, but it didn't necessarily sound like that the whole game. What was it like playing in that atmosphere?
Man, it's always like that. Besides in Madison Square, it's always a home game for us. These road trips I've been on with the Lakers, man, and it's a great atmosphere to have, man. Lets you be more comfortable, and it just lets you go out there and play your game.
Malik, there were a lot of really small lineups with LeBron playing at center, and he mentioned in the walk-off that he can kind of call out what's happening on the floor. What is he saying? What is that like, and how did that play out for you guys?
Man, he knows everything. He knows every play. He knows every play for every team. He knows what's coming. He's been in this situation too many times, man, not to know what's going on and not to communicate with us. And us being better is him communicating and letting us know everything while he's in the back line.
California Honda dealers. I'm Chris McGee, Robert Ory, James Worthy, Mike President. Allie's going to join us in a little bit. Mike Trudell will handle the post-game duties. We're going to hear from him in a moment. Lakers win a wild one in Indiana. LeBron, big night. We'll get to that in a moment. No AD. They finished 2-3 on the road trip, and after 20 games, Rob, they are 10-10, and they needed this one. They found a way to get it done in overtime.
Yeah, even though they didn't win the last three like AD wanted, but they went out on a bang. This was a great game. They played good defense with AD being absent from this game. The best thing about this game, low turnover game. I know everybody will say, what about LeBron's points? But the fact that they're not turning the ball, I mean, they're taking care of the ball, that is a step in the right direction.
Yeah, this was a game they really needed. You know, the little scuffle in Detroit kind of pulled them together a little bit. But this game was one that they really needed. I think this one will propel them into a better place going forward now. Overall game, they picked it up in the second half. They didn't allow as many points in the paint. They got some fast break points. I thought Monk's contribution tonight was critical at times. We had some big shots, but then LeBron James did what he did best and led this team tonight. And I'm a little bit too tired for worthy clap, so y'all send them in for me. That was a good game, Brez.
Sometimes they got to pick it up for you, James. Let's go back to Indiana. Brez, hold your thought.
To get a win tonight, how important was that just for you to take that over late?
We've been playing better as of late. I think yesterday we played, some good ball, even in my absence. We just weren't able to come through on that one. Obviously, second half of that Detroit game, we played exceptional, especially in that fourth quarter. So, we want to continue to build off of it. We haven't been healthy. We haven't been healthy. Haven't been as a whole. Tonight we wasn't healthy again. Lost our big guy in AD. Kendrick Nunn, K Nunn ain't been in. TA ain't been in. I've been out of the lineup a lot this year, but we want to continue to work our habits and continue to play Laker basketball. And if we do that close to 48 minutes, we put ourselves in a good position to win.
Last thing for you, Thanksgiving tomorrow. I think you've earned some time with the feet up. But what's the plan with the family?
The plan with the family is to break bread.